Let your desires be accepted by your peers. Let them be exonerated. For until you have been drawn and quartered by those in whom you rely for love, then how can you call yourself a man? How can you call yourself a woman if you don't know what it is to be a slit for the taking, for the talking about, to be a crotch with a visible pulse for all that will ever shame us we suffer? It's our first instinct. But also the act for which being human cannot be forgiven, which is to say we cannot be forgiven for taking into our concavities what will nourish us. When I take a pulse inside me, we both feed. Sex is nutrition. Let us forgive the pedophile his body. For if we cannot forgive my father's body for wanting mine, then how can we forgive my wetnesses under his touch? Let us forgive the pedophile's body if not his touch. And let us forgive my firings of nerve. And for my very firings of nerve, let the parade of shameabilities pass without winking at us. Let us claim our fuckability. We all have holes. It's the state of the species. Let us vow to the slick, the erupting, the engorged. You may not want to hear this. I don't want to hear this, but when my biology knocks on my door, I can for only so long avoid letting the facts in. That again, my body is being a body, my heart is being a heart, my skull is sending signals to my extremities. Sex is a series of unchainings, that which we have tied to our sides. Right under "don't touch me there" can lurk a "what I most need is for you to touch me there." And I, under a waxy leaf going cocoon, going liquid. Did you know that before wing forms, larvae go entirely liquid? Sometimes I'd rather do anything than take a flight, than pull possibility out of the sheath and cut up my life with the uncrushable instinct for freedom. Sometimes I don't want to be free. Would rather stay in his arms forever in the whirlpool suck of confusion and wash up in the ocean belt of what my body can't help but push me into. The arms of fucking bastard truth. Let us forgive the body. The middle school slut, the porn-surfing father, the lesbian hiding from her husband what she can't live with and can't live without. Let us forgive the lies that protect our loves from the terrible truths that shred our domiciles. Let us forgive the truths told too bluntly or around bush after bush. Let us forgive the "I can't wait any longer." The awful, awful thing of what it is to become. To become may just be the most daunting barrel we ever have to point at ourselves. Grotesque, really. We are limbed and weeping and wanting. Let us forgive the reaching and the mothers who judge it because they hate their own reaching arms, enough to cut them off only to pick up and swing at their offspring. Let us extend our arms as something other than contempt for the grotesquely winged to land on. Let us land with wet feet and unfurling antenna on the ghastly liberty of tomorrow, if only to give tomorrow example of accepting ourselves. Let us take terror away from the temples of the adolescents. Take your own unforgivens out of the chamber. Take your father's unforgivens out of the chamber. Let the mothers do nothing but seep sticky for that mess, that slick, that blood and cum and song of what the body wants is the very thing that made us, so how dare we